How is it that two of the NBA's biggest superstars come from tiny countries in the Balkans? Serbia and Slovenia together have a population smaller than Florida, and yet they keep producing elite basketball talent. This isn't a coincidence. Imagine a world where Nikola Jokić and Luka Dončić wear the same jersey, not just in an all-star game, not just for a charity event, but every summer, dominating international basketball. A team so stacked, even the US would fear them. This isn't just a fantasy, it was destiny. Well, until this happened.
The fragile peace in Yugoslavia is more fragile than ever. Truce talks between federal officials and the Republic of Slovenia broke down again today, and the president of Yugoslavia's largest republic is warning his people to be prepared for war.
A negotiating team from the European community arrives tonight to help monitor a ceasefire which many are counting on, but almost no one is betting on.
In 1991, Slovenia and Croatia declared independence from Yugoslavia. The breakup turned violent, leading to the Yugoslav Wars, one of the bloodiest conflicts in modern European history. Bosnia and Herzegovina followed, and by 1995, what was once a united country had split into several independent nations: Serbia, Croatia, Slovenia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Montenegro, and North Macedonia. The impact on basketball was immediate. The Yugoslavian national team in 1990 defeated the United States in the final round and won the FIBA World Championship, and in 1989 and 1991 won the Eurobasket gold, but was banned from the 1992 Olympics due to UN sanctions against Serbia and Montenegro. Croatia, led by Petrović and Kukoc, still made the finals, but lost to the legendary Dream Team. Meanwhile, Serbia, home to some of the best players like Vlade Divac, couldn't compete internationally. Yugoslavia's golden generation had been forced to split apart. Despite the political separation, the Yugoslavian approach to basketball remained intact. Coaches continued to emphasize a style that focused on high basketball IQ, passing, and team-oriented play. This system has shaped modern players like Jokić and Dončić, who play with an old-school feel despite being dominant in the NBA today. There's a common trait among players from the Balkans. They're tough, insanely skilled, and always play with an edge. They never back down. This isn't by accident. It's the result of a distinct basketball culture that was rooted in their predecessors. Unlike the United States, where players develop through high school, college, and AAU circuits, the Balkan system is entirely different. Young players are integrated into professional environments at an early age, playing against grown men rather than competing in highlight-driven showcases. This results in players entering the NBA with a stronger fundamental base and a deeper understanding of the professional game.
I have a hard time watching high school kids play or younger kids play because they're more talented than ever. They're better athletes than ever. They can do more things than kids 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. But they're not better basketball players because this coach or that system has them playing 6 games on Saturday and they practice once that week. It's totally opposite of what they do in Europe, where you will practice 6 days and you will play once. So you wonder why all these kids coming from Europe, they say, well, why are they so fundamentally sound? Can they all dribble? They can all pass. They can all shoot. Doesn't matter whether they're 5'10 or 6'10. Because they practice. They don't play games.
The stricter defensive rules in European basketball demand a more disciplined, team-oriented approach, qualities that translate seamlessly to the NBA.
When I was in Madrid, I was always playing with the older guys, so I could learn a lot from them. Then with 16, I started to practice with the first team. And you just watch and then try to do it on the court and just learn from that.
So just kind of compare the two, the NBA between Europe.
Well, I would say European basketball is more team basketball, more tactics basketball. But it's, it's very different because the court is smaller, the fouls are different, the rules are different, so everything's different, and you have less time. But I only say scoring is easier in NBA, just because of the amount of the different rules, the less space, the time. So that's why I said it.
So you think it's harder to score 30 points in a EuroLeague game than it is in an NBA game?
Yeah, 100%.
But there's better players over here.
Oh, way better players. Yeah. I'm just saying because of the rules.
Yeah.
Because the guy can stay. If you have a guy like, let's say, Rudy Gobert, he can stay in the paint on defense 3 seconds, however he wants. Like, just because of that rule, you can have 10 more points easily.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yugoslavia for basketball wasn't just a team. It was a philosophy, a movement. More than just hoops, it was a revolution. These were the architects of what we now call the European game, a game built on movement, selflessness, and surgical precision. The way they played, the spacing, the constant ball movement, the team-first mentality was decades ahead of its time. The collapse of Yugoslavia tore apart friendships and families. We got 5 new nations, all producing elite talent, but never together again. But here's the thing. Yugoslavian basketball never died. Its fingerprints are all over the modern game. You saw it in Peja Stojaković, a deadly sniper who helped revolutionize the three-point shot in the NBA. You saw it in Goran Dragić with his craftiness, court vision, and ability to control the pace of the game. And now, you see it in Luka, Dončić, and Nikola Jokić at the mountaintop of the sport.
Basketball is a matter of our national pride. Jokić is very popular in other countries of former Yugoslavia. It's not just Serbia, you know, people are adoring him.
Having known him for over a decade, what's something that maybe you guys know about Nikola Jokić that people here in the States may not?
I cannot say that.
I don't want to get you in trouble here.
I don't know. You won't get me in trouble because I won't say.
I'm coming from Slovenia. It's such a small country,
Yes.
only 2 million people. One of the craziest story too, when I was 15 years old, I signed a first professional contract. And at that team, my mentor, you know who was it? Sasha Dončić, the father of Luka Dončić. 2017 was the first time that we played together. Yeah, and you know, at that time, Luka was a little bit different. You know, he was still young. I took him under my wings. We were roommates, and but even there, you can see that he got unbelievable talent. I mean, you know, as 17, 18 years old, and to be at the starter for your national team and putting up big numbers, you know, it's something unbelievable.
Basketball was once something that united Yugoslavia, and in a way, through its players, it still does. Thanks for watching. Click here to watch a deep dive into one of the NBA's biggest phenoms and how his career has taken a turn for the worse.